welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Outdoors. Now, this is the Inflictor. It was designed by Frank over at What's the Point EDC. Here's the deal, guys. He sent it to Timbo. Timbo did a review of it, and then he sharpened it up. So it is razor sharp. Now, Frank sent me all kind of info on this through Instagram. Every damn thing he sent on it is gone. So here's what I'm going to do. We're just going to look at it from a functionality point. Frank, if you would, put the details in. I hate doing it this way, but then again, I don't. Here's why. I want to give y'all my honest opinion. I don't need to know the steel. I don't need to know the handle materials. You guys do. And so we'll get Frank to put a comment. I'll pin that comment. But here's the thing. Feels good in hand. Now, these are just initial impressions. We're going to run over to Kirk's. I'm doing it in the moment. We're going to talk strictly about function. I can tell you that I love the design. I love that it gives me plenty of hand purchase. Got a little left if I need to for bigger hands. If you need to, you can drop it down. I like the grip, but let's go test it out. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous fit and finish. I want to give the maker his due. Frank, please put that in because this thing feels great in hand. It does have a Kydex sheath set up scout carry style. Good retention. Thank you, Tucker. Got your straps. Let's go check this. I'm excited about this one. I'm really excited about this one.
All right, keep going.
One more look. Let's go to Kirk. All right, guys. We're going to do the Donnie B all day drop test to throw it at the stump test. Now, again, part of this is just to see if it drops dead. It does. The other part is to check the handle scales, check the tip. Like I said, this is 15C 28N. That's not true. That's not what this knife is. Y'all discount that. Fits good in the hand. The thing, and I mentioned this before, the thing that I like with a Warncliffe or a sheep's foot or whatever the hell you guys want to call it, I don't care. But the thing I like about this one, Frank has designed a tip to it. I like that a lot. And not just for stabbing. If you need to do close-in work, bushcrafting, making traps, snares, things like that, whittling, I like to have a tip on the knife. Not dimension, stabbing capabilities if you need it. And you know, that's always got to be a factor. Now, this is Timbo's Edge, so I can tell you it's razor sharp. This is an old piece of something. I don't even know what the hell it is, but we're going to work it in some. I like this design. Now, we're just taking off the barbs. Y'all can see that, and we can dig into the wood some. Thing I like about this sumbitch is I can grab it just like that. I'm not using my thumb for any extra. Got a good bite on it. The handle scales actually, it looks smooth, but I'll be honest with you, I got a pretty decent grip on there. I love red and black. Y'all know that. It's the channel colors. It's the dog's colors. There's the train. So, a couple things right off the rip. I like the tip on there. I like the handle purchase that I'm getting. I like the thickness of the handle. There's some jimping right there. You see the jimping?
Yeah.
Good look at the edge. Appreciate the shit out of the train. All right, hit it. Well, like I said, Timbo did the edge, so you know it's going to be sharp as shit. He don't send a knife that's not. We're just going to go easy. We'll do a couple pieces. While we've got that fresh edge on there, I want to take advantage of it. And the other side is we'll see, you know, how long it holds up. That'll speak to the heat treat, etc. With these videos, guys, we're trying to get a good feel for the knife. I'm not necessarily trying to destroy the knife. I do want to emphasize this, though. These are not long-term reviews. They're right out of the box reviews, or as soon as I get them. And it's a good way to check out a knife. Can I tell everything about a knife? No, I don't think I can, but I can tell you this. I can tell you if it's decent. I can tell you if I can make it work. That's not to say that it'd be perfect for everybody. I really like Frank's design, okay? Now, a lot of times, you'd have to fight a little bit of because people say, well, Scab, you can't be biased if you know the guy. And or you would be biased if you know people. And I've told y'all a billion times, I'm always biased. I don't run from it. But that's why that we do our reviews in this manner. I can say what I want to say, but you're watching the knife work. You see what I'm saying? And I do that too for my own peace of mind, because there have been times where, let's say I might have been a little too happy because I'm happy for the designer. I'm happy for the maker. In this instance, this knife speaks to everything that I like about a pocket fixed blade. I've got plenty of handle. I've got plenty of blade to work with. If I want to get a pinch grip or an old man grip, I can. If I spin the knife with these old busted up hands like this, I'm still comfortable. If I want to come like this with this particular grip and just come down the back side, I've got good control. Some of this stuff, guys, you never do other than a demonstration or making a video. See that bite? But it's a way that I can tell a little bit more about the knife. I like that it's a well thought out design. I also like that Frank didn't try to reinvent the damn wheel with the design. Because people say, well, it reminds me of this, or it reminds me. Guys, at this point, I've said this a million times, I'll say it a million more. Every knife design that has ever been made, or ever will be made, has been made. Every blade shape, I'm sorry. But what Frank did is took a design that's been made, simplified it, and gave you a good working knife, a good working design. Let's cut some of this. This shit's thick as shit now. I can tell y'all here I'm pushing, but there's no slip in the hand, which is cool. There we go. This stuff, the sandblast hose is a little bit tricky, like to get through initially, and it's what, Kirk, in the 40s, 50s today? Probably 50s right now.
Yeah, it's 50s.
So the material's a little bit harder. And again, I'll give you all a good shot at the thickness there. Now this is a material that I do cut quite a bit at work. Not daily, hell, not even weekly. But when it goes, I cut it quite a bit. Like I've had to replace the hose. That's how I get this hose. So when I'm replacing the hose, I'm going to make 4 or 5 cuts on this shit in a day, trying to get the pieces on, pieces off, get everything cut to fit, etc. Cut it down, shorten it up. Knew I was going to do that. There we go. Trying to be careful. And I've said it too. I know sometimes it looks like I'm not careful, because sometimes I'm not. But I've tried to become more and more mindful. Let's do one more. And again, some of it is to see if the knife will cut it, and some of it's to see, like in this position, I don't have the best position. Can I make it work? Back the knife up, push down, no problem. Let's do one more. Put it like this. I'm going to bend it just a little bit and go more at an angle. Now, I'm not putting weight on it, so I don't fall. Yeah, if you'll hold that side, there we go. That way I can come down and get your hand pretty good.
That'll work.
There it is. Now I wanted to get this odd angle. Now, there we go. Come all the way down that back side, all the way down that side. Just so y'all can see how deep it went in there. All right, I'm good. I'm not putting pressure. Now, I'm just going to come in like this. Just so y'all see, I made 2 or 3 like that. Kind of like feather stick and sandblast hose. Now again, the knife hasn't, one thing that I'm kind of doing, I'm dicking around, and y'all know that, but one thing that I'm doing, the knife has not slid in my hand, it hasn't slipped in my hand, damn good grip on it. And again, I think, and I'll show y'all what we did there. Shaved it a little bit there, cut through it, shaved down. That little bit, that thin behind the edge lets you do that a little more. I am loving the handle. I love the handle. Plenty of hand space there. A lot of times with a pocket fixed blade, you don't get as much handle, and you have to be careful with handling the knife, and you should be careful anyway, I know that. But what I'm saying is, if you have to drop your fingers down, you can't get that solid push like I was able to get with this one. All right, Kirk, hit it. We'll go to the next one. Just using the tip right there, man. It's nothing on the tip, held in good. You got a guard here and a slight choil right there, but you still have a lot of blade surface there. I like that too. I really, this is one that I'm feeling. This is one that I would carry. This is one I like a lot. Even if you get that hand position, that pinky's locking you in, the pommel's got a point. Let me show you all this. The pommel has somewhat of a point, you see that, but it's rounded. So if I lock in like that, I've got a good grip. I can come down, and really, and again, I'm not doing psycho stabs. I don't do that in real life. I'm not gonna do it here. But I do enough. I mean, if you have to, if you got to jug or do something like that, or you can. Hopefully you don't have to. It's good for YouTube conversations, but, and some of you are just dying to stab somebody, son. Y'all can't wait until you actually do it. If y'all do stab somebody, put me on your visiting list for prison, and I'll come do an interview. Well, I don't know how we got on that topic, but I think that'll be good.
You started it.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, pretty much.
I thought it was the voices. I was answering somebody in my head. Old dude we all know and love, old William H. Badass.
I will say from personal experience, it's not as glamorous as it is in Hollywood.
No. It's kind of a weird feeling when that knife sticks in the muscle. I'll tell you what, Frank. I'm gonna be real honest with you, kid. I think you've done a jam-up job. Whoever did the build, to you, sir, I want you to know that I am very impressed, and I sincerely apologize. Frank, please put the maker in here, because this thing, I'm just enjoying the knife. I'm not trying to go crazy. This isn't one of those, let's run through the woods and beat the shit out of everything. This is just a user. Right? I mean, these type of videos that I do when I'm in the moment and talking are longer anyway, but I can tell you this is a knife that I could absolutely get lost in using. I got out of track there a little bit. Now, just so everybody knows too, there's a knot right there. I'm not gonna go any further. It's not my knife, but the thing is this, just so y'all know, I was hitting just dead on the tip. My thing is, guys, with knives like this, will it break? Well, yeah, every knife will break. But I like doing just that little bit right there, if you had to. And God forbid you ever really have to get in that situation where, oh my God, I've got to baton out of necessity. I can tell you I've never in my life had to baton out of necessity, but it's good to know if you have to, you can. Also, just kind of sitting here looking at the edge, there's no rolling, no chipping, none of that. And I wasn't going crazy with it. That's not the intent. I like this knife, Kurt.
I can tell.
just easy to work with.
I like it too, man.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's not a lot of effort to it.
No.
These are also fun to review. You don't really, I mean, you just kind of use it. All right, go ahead and turn it off, Kurt. All right, guys, here's the deal. If you're new to the channel, and some of you are, and if you made it this far, thank you. The extension cord stuff here just harkens back kind of to underground locating. I'd have to strip a wire, hook to it, and trace it out. So it became kind of a staple of the channel. Also, at work, if we need to put a new whip on something or something like that, and while a pocket knife is not the best option to cut extension cord with, I wholeheartedly understand that. I like to know that it can, because I'm like everybody else. What I got in hand is what I'm using. And again, Frank, you did an amazing, I really, this knife is, I could get lost in this one. I really could. All right, we'll go cut some paper. Frank, I love everything about it. Let's go cut some paper. All right, the Inflictor, designed by Frank over at What's the Point EDC. Now here's the truth. Go check out Frank, What's the Point EDC. Frank, make sure you put in the comments the particulars. Man, I'm sorry, I couldn't find a single message you sent. I know that I absolutely adore it. Y'all go subscribe to What's the Point EDC. Go check out Timbo 437. Brother, I appreciate you. And I've got a couple more knives Timbo sent that I'll be doing this week. Guys, to wrap it up, there was a time in this country where 22 veterans a day took their own lives. Now, we're in the holidays. That number's going to be higher, unfortunately, around 29 to 35. That's why here on this channel, we focus on the number 0. Anything over 0 is simply unacceptable. Vets, we love you. Man, you have a place here. Guys, I back the blue. It's not popular. I don't expect it to be. I have my reasons. And before people say back the blue before it happens to you, well, it's happened to me more than it'll happen to you. I have my reasons. Finally, if you are an addict, and I am, never quit quitting. Man, I love y'all. Merry Christmas to you. I'm Scab. You're not. Ho, ho, ho. I'm gone, son.